Citizen Talks is a podcast series brought to you by TRT World Citizen, featuring discussions with humanitarians and activists, artists, and changemakers, exploring the global humanitarian issues that shape our society and the world at large.
Hello, I'm Elif, and this is Citizen Talks. Today, I have with me Iman. The girl who sang about Palestine has been a digital content producer for 11 years. Starting as a science communicator for children, she went on to use her talent in a more commercial context, writing creative concepts for ads and scripts for professional infographic videos. Her visibility increased further after her simple yet catchy song about the Palestinian struggles, which received global recognition and resulted in her passion to create more impact through stories. She continues to produce content in several awareness campaigns for UNICEF, UN Women, CARE, and more. Hello, Iman. It's really lovely to have you with me today. So I want to start with a really nice question, and I want to hear your thoughts about it. How did you first discover your creative talent? Was it the people around you who, encouraged you to do this, or was it a self-realization?
First of all, hi, and thank you for having me. So ever since I was a child, I liked writing songs. I liked writing stories. I never thought I was talented. I was just doing it because I enjoyed it so much. I never thought of taking it any step further or I was just being, myself. I feel like writing, I write. And then somehow I went into business informatics for studying, which had nothing to do with with my what I didn't know was a talent back then. But then I graduated, and I always found myself attracted to jobs that had to do with creating something. So when I was a science communicator, I was creating shows for kids. Like, I was researching, but then I'm simplifying and I'm creating a story through which I explain for kids scientific concepts. And then I'm like, okay, I like this. I stayed 5 years in this job, and then I moved on to the media production company where I started doing this. Also just thinking, I'm just exploring. And then I started writing creative concepts and scripts like you were just mentioning. But then the time I realized that there is a talent or there's something inside of me was in 2020, when the world seemed like it's going to end. And I'm like, you know what? This is my last chance. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now.
So pandemic did someone
Yes, exactly. It was the pandemic. The only thing we can say was good about it for me is that it pushed me to let my creative energy out. And this is when I decided I'm going to have a platform. I'm going to use YouTube, social media, and also no plan, no goal, no nothing. I'm just going to let this creative energy out. And yeah, that's it.
That's actually quite amazing. So since childhood, you knew what you wanted to do. And I guess the biggest, biggest thing that happened was the Palestinian song, which made you famous. So what was the inspiration behind this, and how long did it take you to produce this?
The inspiration behind this. Well, first of all, the Palestinian cause has been always on my mind. Also, when I was a child, I have drawings when I was a child. I remember it was Eid after Ramadan, and I don't remember which Eid, but I remember there was a holiday, and right before the holiday, our art teacher at school asked us to draw something that has to do with Eid. So what I did, and I have this picture until today, is I drew little children playing in a garden, and then there's a cloud on the top that had little children, same age, same everything, but they're running away from tanks and they're running for their lives. And I forgot about this actually drawing, but then during the same month, in May 2021, earlier in Ramadan, when the events in Sheikh Jarrah was happening, I was organizing my desk and I found this picture, and it just hit me that, you know what, I was just following my heart back then, using the art I could do to just, express something like that. And maybe I should do something now that I have a platform and I'm using it to create videos, talk about different topics, then I should do the same. That was the first push, but then there was another trigger, and I was going online and I was having debates with a lot of people from different parts of the world about the Palestinian cause. And then I had this very like critical realization, which is even though we live in a world where information is accessible, but people really don't know the truth. Sometimes they just want to believe what they grew up believing, or maybe they don't want to feel guilty, so they just put this story of Palestine as, you know what, it's just the Middle East crisis. It's too complicated, but it's not. So after I was done with this debate, I'm like, people don't know. People need to know. Like, there are basics, and we still need to cover the basics. And also, you know, being like just finding out about the drawing I told you about, I felt like, you know what, even children, like I was a child and I knew this and I cared about this. So even my children, I have 2 kids. One of them was 8 back then, and I'm like, you know, even my child should know about this. I was the same age, so I was in this mood where I want to tell the world, and I want to make it in a very simple way, even children can understand it. So I wrote down, it was just flowing. And it didn't take me a long time. It just took me this energy and passion and, you know, intention. And I sit down and it just, the words just came.
This is amazing. So it shows that it really came through your heart. It came.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's actually really sad to see that, you know, like this issue, as you mentioned, it was the same in your childhood and it's the same now. And you mentioned something which caught my attention. So despite the social media, there is not much of an awareness in these topics, and you've been, let's say, battling with people to spread the truth. So how can we use this? How can we use social media to create, you know, like awareness in that regard?
Social media is in our life every day, especially with the youth. Every day we check our phones, we scroll down, we see a lot of videos. And people, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but people nowadays, they want short videos. They want short content. They want it to be entertaining. So if we want to spread awareness, we have to place ourselves in this category as well. We have to use the creative methods. We don't have to just depend on the fact that, hey, this is a humanitarian crisis, people should care about it. No, we have to use creative ways, different channels, different ways to talk to different people so that we, you know, increase the chances of actually, you know, reaching them and for them to understand it and for them to care about it. So we need to be creative, we need to be consistent, and we just need to keep trying, never stop.
Yeah, so I'm more than sure that you received so many positive comments, but also most probably negative ones, and especially from the trolls. So how do you deal with these?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't deal.
Okay, that's a really nice answer.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know how it happened until today. I think there was a page online that hacked into LinkedIn profiles or something like that. But somehow a couple of Zionists had my phone number, and they added me on a WhatsApp group, and then just saying bad things, bad names, bad everything. And I don't know, like, I don't understand my reaction until today, but I remember I was laughing out loud. I was like, yes, yes, the message is there.
Yeah.
So I don't deal. It makes me feel happy because I know that I hit something there.
Oh, that's actually quite amazing. It should be an honor, you know, like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More. I want more. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. But I also want to ask you, do you think creative methods to spread awareness removes the seriousness of the issue, or like how can we maintain, you know, like because I feel like there is a thin line between.
Yes. I think if you have the right intention in the first place and you really believe in what you're promoting, you will never disrespect it in any way. Yes, you can be sarcastic about a problem in a way that makes people wonder, oh my God, yes, you're right. How didn't we not think about that before? And they laugh, but then at the same time, it hits something, also an idea in their head. But at the same time, you make sure that you're not offending someone. You're not making this seem like a small problem. No, if you're gonna make it even in a joke, the joke is on ourselves for not doing anything about it, not because like we're laughing at the problem. So we just have to play it smart. But I believe it all goes back to the intention. No one is ever gonna disrespect a value that they believe in, really, if they do.
Yeah, that's actually quite amazing. And what about misinformation? Because it's also a very, let's say, an endemic problem. So how can we tackle with this?
It is a problem because yes, today an idea can spread so fast, and if it becomes a trend, people are gonna feel like it's normal and it's the right thing, and sometimes they're gonna just follow, and everybody believes that, so it's probably that. So the way we deal with it as receivers of the information is that we know that not everything that we hear is true. We have to do our research. We have, if it's about someone, we have to talk about this person, talk to this person. If it's about a group of people, we have to listen to their side of the story, not just what the, whatever channel or whatever page is saying about them. So it is a challenge, but we know that it's there, so we have to be aware of it.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I guess the only way would be like producing more and more and countering this misinformation.
Of course.
Also, because now you're a role model, I would say. So what would you recommend to other people who would wanna take action and like do similar kind of activism, but who are looking for inspiration and advice? So what would you tell them? Where should they start and how should they proceed?
Okay, I'll say two things here. First of all, I'm happy because I can see already that the youth are confident. I feel like they're more confident than we were, like in my generation at their age. I don't know. I look young, but I'm not that young. So I love this confidence, and I want them to take it and use it for something that is useful. So if you're confident, it means you believe in yourself. But if you believe in yourself, it means you should believe that you can create a difference in the world, or that you have a message that you can deliver, or that you have a voice. So use whatever platform, whatever talent, whatever skill, whatever thing that you have for good, something you believe in, whatever cause you're supporting, you have to speak up. Whatever good you want to promote, or whatever help you want to offer to the world, just go for it. You're confident, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, because you will do it. For me, my platform was very small. Like when I was creating this song, my intention was that, those a few people I was debating with, I just wanted to prepare this song. So I tell them, hey, just listen. And they were like about 11 or 12 people.
Wow.
And now it reached millions. So if I just count, if I calculated this as in what makes sense, I had back then only 3,000 followers. It wouldn't make sense. I would say, you know what, this song will not make any difference, or it's not important. But I didn't care. Alhamdulillah, thank God. And now I learned my own lesson that no, you can make a difference, and there is power in your voice. So I would want to say this to the youth, that they can use their words, their voice, their whatever, and it will make a difference. And the second thing I will say, all of this was the first point. The second point, and it's a bit personal, because like I was telling you at the beginning, I had a talent, but I thought it was not a serious talent. I thought I had to pursue a career that makes more sense.
This is typical Middle Eastern, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I have to impress my parents and have a prestigious job. But then at the end of the day, what happened is that I couldn't stay in something I didn't have passion for. I didn't feel like I was doing something valuable with. So start early, because part of your question was when to start. Just start now. Just start as early as you can and try and explore. At first, it will not hit from the first trial, but keep being consistent and keep trying, and definitely you will get there.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And on that inspirational note, thank you so much for being with us. And I'm sure our listeners would take this really seriously. So start now and believe in yourself. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.